Hey there, no fancy introduction this time. I've still been kind of busy doing some other things and facing a little bit of burnout. But we got a video today on these how to compress your videos so you can get more of them on your hard drive or whatever storage device you use. Without any further ado, let's log on in. So the program I'm going to be using today to help compress my video files is HandBrake. This is the installation file I downloaded. Now, the HandBrake icon on desktop will look the same way. This little, I guess, cocktail glass and pineapple. I don't drink, so I really don't know what type of glass this is. I just know I've seen it at parties usually. Now, when I installed and tried to operate, I had to download this Windows Desktop Runtime so that I could actually use it for some reason. I don't know why I needed to do that. So I'm just letting you warn you ahead of time about what you may have to do. And once you install it, all you do is open it up, and it'll come up with something like this. You can do a couple different ways. You can do a batch folder, or you can do single files, or just a couple files, depending on how many you do. I'm ripped a lot of my DVDs to my computer, and most of the episodes and TV series are as one file, and I had to break them up in Olive. And of course, Olive doesn't compress the video without losing quality, so that's why I've been needing to use this. But I can just simply just click and drag this over. As you can see, it brings it in. I also can come over and click and bring and drag it over, and it'll bring it in that way. Another way is you can come back to here and go to a batch folder, and I already got the folder I'm using right now in here, for my projects. And what it'll do is it'll bring in both files, but if I was to start encoding now, it would not encode both. So I'm going to have to come over here to add this right here. I think it's add QA or something. And I want to add all. And you can see now I put the 2 right here beside this one. So I click on this one, and it shows both the files I bring in. And of course, here you can just go ahead and hit start QA here if you wanted to, or start QA here. But you might want to change some settings first before you start your core or QA, whatever it is. We're going to go over down here. This right here, I don't know why it skipped 1 and went straight just to 2 and 3, but I can flip to whichever title I want here. The presets, this is for when you want to change it, so you can kind of change it to like different settings here. And like especially if you want to do for certain devices like your Android, your tablets. Theoretically, one of these is supposed to be able to use to make it small enough to go by email, but I don't know about that. And of course, your save preset, as you can see here, I kind of got my, I'm up here at the top, got a default one, my default. That's what I've been using for all my episodes. I've been trying to compress that I had to break up and use in Olive. And then you just save it as a new preset, whatever things you set down here, and then title it. As far as the summary goes, I keep mine on MP4. I do not care for MKV or WebM. I hate WebM files. They're annoying to me. Web optimize, you can click there if you're doing it for, I guess, the internet. Because you hover over, it says right here, optimize MP4 for progressive download. After encoding, the data is reorganized and rewritten to allow immediate playback over the network. I'm curious. That's curious. I might have to play with that for a moment. I just leave these 2 checked. I haven't really done nothing for these. The dimensions, we can come here. You can change the orientation of crops. So you can flip it horizontally, rotate it. Crop if you want to get rid of those black bars that are on the videos. You have it crop automatically. Resolution and scaling, you can change it. I got like a TV that's like 15 years old, so I can probably get away with 720 versus 1080 on that one. I don't have nothing really that big. You can add a border if you want to, and of course there's some of the stuff you can go through for adding that. Filters I haven't played with. Most of the stuff I can kind of do in, well, some of the stuff I'm going to know I can do in Olive. Like the grayscale, you can click here. This is a quick way, but I can do all that in Olive. Video is the one where you want to play around with your settings. Right here on the encoder, the default is the H.264. This is used by a lot of the websites and stuff and programs. You can go to H.265. That makes it compress a little bit better, but it may not be used by some programs or websites, so keep that in mind. And then you got how you want whether you want my Intel or my NVIDIA card to do the compressing or encoding, or just leave it here for my program itself to do the encoding. Frame rates, I just leave mine at same as source. That way it kind of stays, everything runs smoothly. Constant quality, the more you go to the right, the better the quality. The left, the lower the quality. Kind of around, let's see, it says, I think I want to say somewhere like between 18, it suggests values of 1820 for standard definition or 20 to 23 for high definition. That's all my TVs are standard. I could probably get away with going lower. Now down here, another one you want to pay attention to is the encoder options. It's the encoder preset. Come to the right, it slows everything down, but you'll get a better quality and compressed video if you let it take longer to do it than if you had it go very fast. So keep in mind, it's like when I do a bunch of the episodes at once, I'll do these, I just said this, the slow, and I'll do a bunch of episodes while I go to work on something else. Audio, there ain't really nothing you need to change in here, unless you're going to be using on your cell phones with some Dollar Tree headphones that one may go out bad, and then you may want everything to be mono for that. The subtitles and chapters, that's as if I guess you're doing DVDs or Blu-rays. I have not played around with actually trying to get anything directly from a Blu-ray or DVD, so I'm going to leave it as is. Now you can come down here to save as, and this is where I got my default. I got saved to the hard drive. I keep all my videos for my DVDs on. That way I can watch them all off one hard drive on my TVs. But you can come up here. Of course, you click there to browse it, but you also can come up here to Tools and then Preferences. You go to Output File, and this is right here the default path where you can set it where it always saved to that path. So I got it saved to my 8 drive, and then down here is your file extension. This is where you can tell what you want it always to be ending up as. It's got some other features here. I haven't bothered playing with it because I really haven't had no need for them. And then we go back to this thing, and of course, like I said, when you're doing multiple ones, you want to make sure you have this number of all the number ones you do, and you can just click Start Queue, and then it'll start converting the files to a compressed format. And for most of my files, for my settings on the default one, my default I've been using, it's been cutting a lot of my files by half the size. Not quite half, but it has become quite handy. Some of my files have gotten real big. I have yet to go through and do all my videos I put on YouTube. That's going to take a while because I'm going to go to each individual folder and pull them out. But it's been very helpful, at least for my DVDs I ripped, so I can watch my movies on my TV without having to worry about scratching up my disc. And that's how you can compress your videos while maintaining quality to free up space on your storage drive if you can't go out there and afford a new storage drive anytime soon. And if you like my content, you go to these websites right here to support me in different ways. Some of the links are in the description, as well as you can like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting. And if you want to look at the program I've been using for editing all my videos, I recommend you go check out my video on how I edit videos in Olive New Techniques 2025. That is the latest video I've done on some of the tools and techniques I use, even though I have modified some stuff since then. But it'll give you the basic rundown. Until the next time, have a nice day.